Have you ever been in a conversation where it feels like the other person isn't really listening? It's frustrating, right? Now imagine how often women feel this way. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful tools you can use to create deeper connections with women: active listening. And the truth is, 99% of women want you to do this, but they'll never come out and tell you. 1. Active listening. The first step in active listening is showing that you're fully present. This means putting down your phone, turning away from the TV, or pausing whatever you're doing. Women value undivided attention, even if they don't directly ask for it. It signals respect and shows that their words matter to you. When you're fully present, you're not just listening with your ears, you're engaging with your entire body. Make eye contact, lean slightly forward, and give subtle nods to show you're following along. These non-verbal cues create a sense of connection that goes beyond words. Next, avoid interrupting. It's easy to want to jump in with your own thoughts or solutions, but when you do, it can feel like you're dismissing the other person's perspective. Women appreciate when they can express themselves fully without feeling rushed or cut off. Instead, let them finish their thoughts. This shows that you value what they're saying and that you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. Remember, silence is powerful. It creates space for deeper communication. One of the most effective active listening techniques is reflecting back what you've heard. This doesn't mean repeating their words verbatim, but paraphrasing to show understanding. For example, so if I'm understanding you correctly, you're feeling, or it sounds like you're saying ... Women love feeling understood, and paraphrasing lets them know that not only are you listening, but you're also processing what they're saying. It builds trust and allows for a deeper connection. Another key to active listening is asking open-ended questions. This encourages further conversation and shows genuine interest. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" try something like, "What was the best part of your day?" It invites them to share more details. Women often appreciate when someone takes the time to go beyond surface-level questions. It shows curiosity about their thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and it opens the door for a richer, more meaningful exchange. And lastly, respond with empathy. It's important to show that you not only understand what the other person is saying, but that you also care about how they feel. Simple statements like, "I can see why you'd feel that way," or "That must have been really tough," go a long way. Empathy isn't about solving the problem or giving advice. Sometimes all someone needs is to feel heard and understood. Women, especially, value this emotional connection, and they'll notice when you make the effort to respond with compassion. Active listening isn't just about improving your relationships with women. It's a powerful life skill that can enhance every interaction you have. Whether it's with your friends, family, or colleagues, when you truly listen, you build stronger, deeper connections. Remember, 99% of women like you to listen actively, but they might never tell you, so it's up to you to make the first move. 2. Showing consistency. The first key to consistency is maintaining your actions over time. Women appreciate when your behavior isn't a roller coaster, up one day and down the next. Trust is built when you keep your promises, no matter how small. It's the little things, like saying you'll call and actually doing it, or being on time when you make plans. These small, consistent actions send a message: you can trust me. I'll always show up, and this trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Next is communication. Consistent communication is often what women silently crave. It's not about constant texting or talking all the time, but about maintaining regular, reliable contact that makes her feel valued. Whether it's sending a thoughtful message or simply checking in to see how her day is going, regular communication shows that you care and that she's on your mind. It's not about grand gestures, it's about the consistency of showing you're present and involved. Consistency isn't just about actions or words, it's about emotional support. Women want to know that they can turn to you not just when things are going well, but also during tough times. And it's the consistency of your emotional presence that makes all the difference. It's easy to be there when things are going smoothly, but true consistency shows up when life gets challenging. Women value a partner who's not just there for the fun times, but who's consistently there when they need comfort, advice, or a listening ear. Now, this brings us to an important point. Don't make promises you can't keep. Women would rather you underpromise and overdeliver than the other way around. Consistency is about being realistic in what you commit to, and then sticking to it. If you know you can't do something, be upfront about it. It's better to be honest than to break a promise later. And when you consistently meet expectations, big or small, it strengthens the bond of trust between you. Let's not forget affection. Women appreciate consistent, genuine gestures of affection, whether it's a hug, a compliment, or simply spending quality time together. What matters is not how grand these gestures are, but how regularly they happen. Consistently showing affection reassures her that your feelings are steady. It's not about being overly romantic all the time, but about showing that you care in small, meaningful ways on a regular basis. Another important aspect of consistency is in your emotional reactions. Women value predictability in how you respond to situations. If your reactions are unpredictable, it can create uncertainty and insecurity. Women want to know that you'll react calmly and rationally, even when things get tough. This predictability in your emotional responses makes them feel safe and comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings with you, and that's the real power of consistency. It creates emotional stability. Women are drawn to partners who bring a sense of calm and reliability into their lives. When you're consistent, you provide a steady foundation, one that makes her feel safe, valued, and secure. It's the consistency in your actions, communication, emotional support, and affection that gives her confidence in the relationship. And even though she may never come out and say it, this consistency is what builds the long-term emotional connection she craves. Being consistent is one of the simplest, yet most powerful things you can do to improve your relationships. It's not about grand gestures or trying to be perfect. It's about showing up, being reliable, and following through day after day. Women notice this, even if they don't tell you. So, start by being consistent in the little things, and you'll see how much it transforms your connections. 3. Offering emotional support. The first step to offering emotional support is active listening. This means being fully present, putting away distractions, and focusing on what she's saying. Women value a partner who listens not just to respond, but to understand when she's expressing her thoughts or feelings. Avoid interrupting or offering solutions right away. Sometimes she just wants to be heard. By actively listening, you show that her emotions are valid and that you genuinely care about what's on her mind. Next, focus on empathy rather than jumping to solutions. When a woman opens up about her emotions, she isn't always looking for answers. Often, she's looking for empathy and understanding. Offer words of empathy like, "I can see why you'd feel that way," or "I'm here for you." No matter what, these simple statements can make her feel supported and understood, even if the problem can't be solved immediately. Women appreciate partners who offer emotional support through empathy rather than quick fixes. Consistency is key when offering emotional support. It's important to be there not just during happy moments, but also during difficult times. Women notice when you're present during both emotional highs and lows. Whether it's celebrating a success or offering comfort during a setback, your consistent emotional presence sends a powerful message: I'm here. No matter what, this reliability is something that women deeply value, even if they don't always say it out loud. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to offer emotional support is by validating her feelings. Let her know that her emotions are important and real, even if you don't fully understand them. Phrases like, "I understand this must be tough for you," or "It's okay to feel that way," show her that you respect her emotional experience. Validation doesn't mean you have to agree with everything, but it shows you're acknowledging her feelings, which creates a deeper emotional connection. Sometimes, emotional support comes through physical comfort, whether it's holding her hand, offering a hug, or just being physically close. These small gestures of affection can have a big emotional impact. Physical touch often conveys emotional support in ways that words can't. It reassures her that you're there and provides a sense of calm and security. These gestures, though subtle, show that you care deeply about her while being there for her is crucial. It's equally important to recognize when she needs space. Women appreciate partners who can sense when they need time to process their emotions alone. Sometimes, the best form of emotional support is giving her the freedom to gather her thoughts. Let her know that you're there when she's ready to talk. But don't pressure her to open up before she's comfortable. This balance of presence and space shows that you respect her emotional needs. Offering emotional support isn't just a one-time thing. Women value partners who check in regularly, even when everything seems fine on the surface. A simple "how are you feeling" or "is there anything on your mind" goes a long way. These check-ins show her that you're attuned to her emotions and that you genuinely care about her well-being. It also opens the door for deeper conversations and emotional connection. Patience is an essential part of offering emotional support. Women appreciate partners who give them time to open up and express their emotions without feeling rushed or judged. Some emotions take time to surface, and some feelings may be hard to articulate right away. By being patient and understanding, you create a safe space for her to share her thoughts without fear of judgment. This kind of patience is something women deeply appreciate. Even if they don't express it verbally. Finally, offering emotional support means being her source of encouragement and positivity, especially when she's feeling down. Women value a partner who can uplift their spirits without dismissing their emotions. Encouraging words like "you've got this" or "I'm proud of you" remind her of her strength and resilience. These small boosts of positivity can make a world of difference when she's feeling overwhelmed or uncertain. Offering emotional support is one of the most meaningful things you can do in a relationship. It builds trust, deepens connection, and makes her feel safe and valued. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you show up emotionally, consistently, empathetically, and with patience. Women may not always tell you they need emotional support, but they'll always appreciate it when you offer it. 4. Being vulnerable. The first thing to understand is that vulnerability builds trust. When you let your guard down and share your inner thoughts and emotions, it signals that you trust her enough to show your authentic self. In return, she'll feel more comfortable being vulnerable with you. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and being vulnerable creates a deeper, more authentic connection. Women notice when you trust them with your true self, and this level of openness often leads to a stronger emotional bond. Next, vulnerability invites emotional intimacy. Women appreciate a partner who doesn't just stay on the surface, but is willing to share their inner world, their thoughts, fears, and dreams. This kind of openness brings you closer on an emotional level. When you allow yourself to be emotionally vulnerable, you create a safe space for her to do the same. This mutual sharing builds emotional intimacy, something that's often unspoken but highly valued in relationships. Contrary to popular belief, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to admit when you're struggling or uncertain. Women respect partners who are strong enough to be authentic, even when it means showing their imperfections. When you're willing to be honest about your fears or mistakes, it shows that you're human. It allows her to see the real you, not just the version you think you need to be. Women admire partners who have the courage to be real, rather than putting up a facade of perfection. Vulnerability also creates space for open communication. When you're willing to share your thoughts and feelings, it encourages her to do the same. Women appreciate partners who communicate openly and honestly, as it makes the relationship more transparent and less prone to misunderstandings. Open communication helps clear the air when issues arise and ensures that both partners feel heard and understood. By being vulnerable and expressing your true feelings, you make it easier for her to do the same, leading to a more balanced and healthy relationship. Women appreciate emotional maturity, and vulnerability is a big part of that. Being able to acknowledge and express your emotions, whether it's joy, fear, or sadness, shows that you're emotionally intelligent and secure in who you are. Emotional maturity doesn't mean having it all figured out. It means being willing to explore and share your emotions without fear of judgment. Women respect partners who can navigate their emotional landscape with grace, even when it's uncomfortable. When you show vulnerability, you encourage a deeper emotional connection. Women notice and appreciate when you're willing to share your true self. This level of openness helps create a bond that goes beyond just physical or surface-level attraction. It's in these moments of vulnerability where true connection happens. Sharing a personal story, admitting a fear, or simply showing your genuine emotions can bring you closer than you ever thought possible. Women value this kind of deep connection, even if they don't always ask for it. Many people build emotional barriers to protect themselves from being hurt. But in relationships, these walls can prevent true intimacy. By being vulnerable, you break down those barriers and allow for real connection. When you're willing to lower your guard, it encourages her to do the same. This mutual vulnerability helps eliminate emotional distance and fosters a relationship built on trust, openness, and mutual respect. Being vulnerable doesn't mean you're exposing yourself to weakness. It actually strengthens your emotional resilience. Women appreciate partners who can face their fears, admit their challenges, and grow from them. By acknowledging your vulnerabilities, you show that you have the strength to face adversity. Women value partners who don't shy away from their emotions but use them as a source of growth and resilience. Vulnerability can also be a powerful tool in resolving conflicts. When you approach disagreements with openness and vulnerability, it reduces defensiveness and creates a space for understanding and resolution. Instead of shutting down or becoming defensive, being vulnerable during conflicts allows both of you to address the issue with empathy and clarity. Women appreciate partners who are willing to be open and work through challenges together. Ultimately, vulnerability fosters genuine love and connection. When you're willing to share your true self, the good, the bad, and the uncertain, you create a relationship built on authenticity and trust. Women value partners who are real and open, even when it's difficult. This kind of vulnerability creates a foundation of love that's deep, meaningful, and lasting. It shows that you're not afraid to be yourself, and that's what makes a relationship truly strong. Being vulnerable might feel risky, but it's one of the most rewarding things you can do in a relationship. It builds trust, deepens emotional intimacy, and creates a bond that goes beyond words. Women may never explicitly ask for vulnerability, but they deeply value it when they see it. So don't be afraid to open up, because true connection small gestures are a way to show gratitude. When you express appreciation for the little things she does, it strengthens the relationship. A simple thank you, a compliment, or even recognizing the effort she puts into her day can mean the world to her. Women appreciate feeling valued, and small gestures of gratitude make her feel seen and respected. These expressions of appreciation go a long way in keeping the relationship strong and mutually supportive. Surprise gestures, no matter how small, keep the relationship exciting. Unexpected kindness, like surprising her with her favorite dessert or planning a spontaneous date night, adds an element of fun and keeps things fresh. Women enjoy being surprised in meaningful ways. It's not about the size of the gesture, but the thought behind it. These moments of spontaneity show that you're invested in making her happy. Small gestures also reflect emotional attunement. Being emotionally attuned means that you're in sync with her needs and feelings even without her having to say it. Offering a comforting hug after a stressful day, or making her laugh when she's feeling down shows that you understand her on a deeper level. Women deeply appreciate partners who can read their emotions and respond with care. These small acts of empathy help her feel understood and supported, creating a stronger emotional connection. Consistency is key in relationships, and small gestures are a way to show that you're putting in consistent effort. It's not just about grand romantic gestures once in a while, but the regular acts of kindness and affection that show you care on a daily basis. Women value partners who show up for them consistently, even in small ways. These efforts prove that you're committed to nurturing the relationship, which builds trust and lasting love. Small gestures can also help reduce stress and build emotional resilience. Offering to help with daily tasks, like taking care of a chore or preparing a meal, may seem minor, but they make a huge difference in reducing stress and showing that you're in this together. Women notice and appreciate when you step in to help, even without being asked. These small acts of support go a long way in creating a partnership based on teamwork and understanding. Appreciating small gestures creates a positive feedback loop. When you show that you value the little things she does, she's more likely to reciprocate with her own small acts of love and care. This mutual appreciation strengthens the bond between you both. Women love to feel appreciated, and when you notice and acknowledge the small things, it sets the stage for a relationship filled with mutual respect and affection. Finally, small gestures keep the romance alive. Romance isn't just about grand gestures, but about the little moments that make her feel special. Sending a sweet text, holding her close for no reason, or simply taking a moment to tell her she looks beautiful, these are the things that keep love vibrant. Women notice and cherish these small acts of romance. They may not always vocalize it, but these gestures make her feel loved and appreciated every day. By focusing on the small things, you keep the spark alive in your relationship. At the end of the day, it's the small gestures that truly count. Women may not always tell you, but they deeply value the little things that show your care, thoughtfulness, and love. So next time you want to strengthen your relationship, remember it's not about the size of the gesture, but the love behind it. 6. Being present in the moment. First and foremost, being present means offering your undivided attention. In relationships, women deeply value partners who make them feel like they are the priority in the moment. This means putting down your phone, turning off distractions, and truly listening to her when you give her your full attention. It sends a powerful message: you matter to me. Women notice when you're fully engaged, and it strengthens the emotional bond between you. Being present in the moment is also a sign of respect. It shows that you value her thoughts, opinions, and feelings enough to focus solely on her. When you listen without distractions, you're showing her that what she has to say is important to you. Women appreciate feeling heard and understood. By being fully present, you create a space where she can share her thoughts and emotions freely. Knowing you're genuinely listening. Emotional intimacy thrives when both partners are fully engaged in the present moment. Women connect emotionally through meaningful conversation and shared experiences. By being present, you create opportunities for deeper emotional connection. Whether it's having a heart-to-heart conversation or simply enjoying a moment of silence together, being present fosters emotional closeness. Women notice when you're truly there with them, and it helps build a stronger, more intimate relationship. In contrast, when you're distracted or preoccupied, it can make her feel ignored or neglected. Even if you're physically present, if your mind is elsewhere, it can leave her feeling disconnected. Women might not always vocalize this feeling, but being mentally and emotionally absent during interactions can create a sense of emotional distance. By being present, you avoid this disconnect and make her feel valued. Being present also enhances the quality of the time you spend together. Whether you're doing something as simple as sharing a meal or as exciting as traveling, fully engaging in the moment makes those experiences more meaningful. Women treasure shared experiences, and they notice when you're truly engaged in those moments. It's not about the activity itself, but the presence and attention you bring to it that makes the memory special. Being present in the moment is also a way to show appreciation for her presence in your life. By focusing on her when you're together, you're communicating that her company is something you cherish. Women appreciate feeling acknowledged and valued, even in the simplest of moments. When you're present, it sends the message that her time, her presence, and her energy matter to you. Trust is built through consistency and presence. When you're consistently engaged and attentive, It shows that you're reliable and invested in the relationship. This strengthens her trust in you. Women feel more secure and understood when they know you're truly present in the relationship. Being fully there for her in the moment fosters trust and deepens the sense of partnership. Sometimes it's not about big romantic gestures, but about being fully present in the everyday moments. Whether you're watching a movie together, taking a walk, or even sitting in silence, your presence makes those moments extraordinary. Women appreciate the simple joy of being together. It's the quality of your presence that transforms ordinary moments into something special. Being fully present creates a safe space for openness and vulnerability. When you're engaged in the moment, she's more likely to feel comfortable sharing her deeper thoughts and feelings with you. Women notice when you're genuinely present and emotionally available. It encourages them to be open and trust that you're there to support them. Ultimately, being present in the moment reflects true love and commitment. It shows that you're not just physically in the relationship, but mentally and emotionally invested as well. Women value partners who are there for them, fully engaged and committed. Being present tells her that you're not only involved, but that you care deeply about the relationship's growth and future. In the end, it's not about the time you spend, but the quality of presence you bring to that time. Women may not always tell you how much they appreciate it, but being present in the moment is one of the most powerful ways to show love, respect, and commitment.